back to eSIM Studios. There we go. I wanted to discuss OpenAI's ChatGPT. Now, there's been a lot of discussion online, a lot of chatter about OpenAI and ChatGPT and what it is. And actually, I'll show you in a second. There's when you do a YouTube search, because when I was looking into it, there's a bunch of videos when you search it on YouTube that say how to get rich using ChatGPT, how to make $500 a day using ChatGPT, how to do all these things, and it took me extra time just to figure out what it was. So after figuring out what it was, doing some research, actually messing around with it, I basically wanted to make a video just explaining the basics and letting all of you know what it is. So let's do this. Let's go back to YouTube, correct? And let's just simply type in watch chat GPT and see what comes up. Nope, there's one, but check these out. 5 mind-blowing ways. There's all the here's all the money ones. Make 200 a day. AI printing money. Blah 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 blah. So I went ahead and signed up for an account and messed around with it for a little while. It's pretty amazing, and I do encourage you all to definitely check it out, because I think where it's at right now is not really. It's very optimized. It is mind-blowing to a certain extent, but to who it will help and who can take advantage of it, I think is limited at this point. So what it is it's basically OpenAI is a nonprofit group company that is basically designed this. What ChatGPT is, in layman's terms, is basically Google on steroids. It's Google search on steroids. And what I mean by that is when you go to Google and you ask Google, how old is Robert De Niro, right? And it'll tell you he's 72 years old, or however old he is. Or how old is Brad Pitt? Brad Pitt's 51 years old. ChatGPT is similar, but I say on steroids, because you can type in ChatGPT, write me a 1,000-word or more essay on Brad Pitt's life. And in about 20-30 seconds, it'll have, or you can say write a 5-paragraph essay on Brad Pitt's life. And in about 20 or 30 seconds, as soon as you search that, hit search, it will start. It'll start spitting out facts and information and physically write that essay for you. So I think ChatGPT is, and let me show you, because see, look, I went ahead and made an account, right? Move this. And if you want to do it, please try it. It's pretty cool just to mess around with. If you go to, you can Google OpenAI. We can Google OpenAI and then it'll take you to the website, or you can type in openai.com. That'll take you to the website. But if you want to just jump in and start using it, go to the at the top, go to chat.openai.com, and then you'll have to make an account, prove that you are a human, and you can start using it right away. I've been messing around with it. It's pretty cool. I think who will find this most useful are 2 people in particular I can think of: students and coders, because this can write script in Python, JavaScript. This can write code. So in a few years, I believe this will basically automatically write code for making websites, making applications. Now, it won't 100% write an app. You do have to give it direction, and you do have to double check everything it spits out to you. However, um, it probably eliminates 80 to 85% of the time it will take for a coder or somebody to write code for an application, for an Android app, for a Apple application, iPhone app. Okay, so let's do an example. So I've already opened up, I'm on their website, I signed in, and let's just say, write me a short intro welcoming customers to my website. Enter. Here we go. Welcome to our website. We're thrilled you have you as a customer and appreciate your business. Website offers a variety of products and services. We are sure you will find something that meets your needs. If you have any questions or assistance, please do not hesitate to contact us. Our team is dedicated to providing excellent customer service, and we are always happy to help. Thank you for choosing us, and we hope to see you soon again. Pretty amazing. That's just like 0.1% of what it can do. I tested it yesterday. I said, write me a tweet, and it knows how many characters need to be in a tweet. Write me a tweet for my website, promoting my website. And sure enough, it spit it out, and I posted it. And sure enough, it's right in the top 5% of my most viewed tweets. Is that a coincidence, or do they know exactly how to word things? They do know how to word things. This has been in development for years, from what I understand. It's very amazing. Now, for students, if you're a student, this will change the game. When I graduated high school in 2001, when I was 18, I'm 40 years old right now. There was basically MS-DOS. If any of you as old as me or older than me, can remember MS-DOS, is basically the simplest form of writing on a computer that you can think of. It's basically a computerized typewriter. Now, if I had OpenAI, if I had ChatGPT if I was a student, this will change the game. This will write essays. This will write book reports. This can solve math problems. This can solve algebra problems. I grabbed my daughter's math homework just to test an algebra problem on. Typed it in, solved it in 2 seconds. And it's absolutely amazing. So this will change the student game, whether you're in junior school, high school, college, graduate school. This is who right now in my opinion, it's geared for is students. This will write you an essay without you even having to read a book. You can say what's the 40 what's the one of the more popular books? What is it? 40,000 Leagues Under the Sea, or it's been so long since I've been in school, I don't even remember. You can type, and I don't want to do it because it'll boom, 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 type out a whole bunch of stuff. But you can say whatever, if you want to test it, say whatever your favorite book is. The knowledge of this thing is very, very extensive. Think of your favorite book, go to chat.openai.com, sign in, put in your favorite book, whatever it is, and just tell it, write a short essay on To Kill a Mockingbird, right? And boom, it'll do it. Now, if you want to turn that in to your class, what you're going to have to do is go to, after it types it up, you can copy and paste this. Selected the whole thing. Let's say you write a 5-paragraph, 2,000 word essay, or I don't know if that's short or long, write a 5-paragraph essay summarizing To Kill a Mockingbird. Once it types it out, you can go in whatever it spits out, you can go to copy, boom. And then you can take that so you don't have to worry about plagiarizing. And then take that, paste that in a document just so you can save it. And then also go to Grammarly, which cross-references plagiarism, so you don't plagiarize, to see if that has been published somewhere else online. And if it says it is 12% plagiarism, and it'll highlight the parts of it that is potentially plagiarism, you can go back in there, reword the highlighted parts, and then rescan it. And once it's at 0, 1, 2%, where it's very, very low plagiarism, you can take that, copy that, paste it back into your cloud storage, document saver, whatever. Boom, turn that in. So this can potentially save you hours and hours and hours of time, work, effort. So that's why I say right now it's cool to mess around with. And all but it's, in my opinion, it's best used for students and or if you're in coding, writing scripts, anything like that. JavaScript, Python, like I was saying. Let's see, what else can we type in here? Let's see. What's around me on my desk? Let's see this. Let's try it. Watch. Write a five paragraph essay on the novel To Kill a Mockingbird. Write a 5-paragraph essay on the novel To Kill a Mockingbird. Let's just try that. A real world scenario, right? You can tell those 3 dots down here. I believe that means it's thinking. See, there we go. And it'll spit this out, and you have your book report right there. You can specialize it too. If it needs to be longer, instead of a 5-paragraph essay is pretty short. Let's say you can be very specific, and it will follow your guidelines that you give it, and it will fulfill your requests. It's absolutely amazing. But again, and maybe I need to think a little harder, but right off the top of my head, this is basically a game changer for students and for people that need information in long form. Basically, you can ask Google certain questions. Now, I've seen people say this will kill Google. I disagree. Google knows this is going on. Google has studied it. Google has, and I'm talking about Google search. I do believe that over time, maybe in a few years, maybe in 10 years, I do believe Google search will implement some form of this into Google search, meaning Google's search is not going to get beat out by some OpenAI ChatGPT AI search. I believe this is what Google search will look like in 5 or 10 years. This is not going to kill Google search. Like I said, this is basically Google on steroids, because if you type in that same request on Google search, it can't write you a 5-paragraph essay on any book you could think of, any math question it'll just pull results from the web. This actually does the process for you. So I think in due time, Google search will implement something like, because if this little nonprofit company, and I say little, can form this over however many years they've been developing it, Google search, one of the biggest companies in the world, will be able to implement something like this into Google search. So go give it a try. It's really cool. And appreciate your time.